The history books tell you the T-34 won through superior design. Tank enthusiasts swear the Tiger was an unstoppable killing machine. Military experts claim the Sherman succeeded through sheer numbers. They're all wrong. The real kill statistics reveal a truth so shocking that it completely destroys everything you thought you knew about World War II tank warfare. Let's shatter the biggest myth right now. The fearsome Tiger I, with its legendary reputation for invincibility, destroyed an average of just 11 enemy vehicles before being knocked out or abandoned. That's it, 11. The tank that German propaganda claimed could single-handedly stop Soviet mechanized battalions barely made it past 10 confirmed kills in actual combat. But here's where it gets interesting. The supposedly inferior Sherman tank, the one derided as a Ronson lighter that caught fire easily, actually had a better kill-to-loss ratio than the Tiger in direct combat. American after-action reports show the Sherman averaged 13 enemy vehicle kills before being destroyed. This wasn't propaganda. This was cold, hard battlefield mathematics. But here's the catch. Enemy vehicles did not just mean heavy enemy tanks. It also included medium tanks like Panzer IVs, assault guns like the Stu-G, tank destroyers, armored cars, and even lighter support vehicles. Only a small part of the total were duels with famous heavy tanks like Tigers or Shermans. The numbers get even more shocking when you examine the T-34. Soviet records, finally released after the Cold War, reveal that the average T-34 destroyed fewer than 3 enemy vehicles during its entire combat lifespan. 3. The tank that supposedly revolutionized armored warfare and saved the Soviet Union was actually the least effective killer of the 3. Now let's talk about the weapon that actually won the tank war: industrial production. The Germans built 8,500 Tigers in total. Sounds impressive until you realize the Soviets produced 84,000 T-34s, and the Americans manufactured 49,234 Shermans. The brutal mathematics of attrition meant that for every Tiger destroyed, the Allies could field 12 replacement vehicles. A captured German tank commander from the 2nd SS Panzer Division revealed the real battlefield truth. Our Tiger could destroy any enemy vehicle at 2,000 meters, but there were always more coming. We'd knock out 5 T-34s and 10 more would appear. We'd eliminate 3 Shermans, and a dozen more would roll over the hill. You cannot win a war killing machines one at a time when the enemy builds them by the thousands. But perhaps the most surprising statistic involves tank versus tank combat itself. Less than 15% of armored losses resulted from direct duels. The majority of Tigers weren't destroyed by enemy tanks. They were abandoned due to mechanical failures, fuel shortages, or air attacks. German maintenance reports show that for every Tiger lost to enemy fire, 3 more were lost to breakdowns and logistics collapse. The Sherman's reputation as a death trap was actually backwards. American crew survival rates were the highest of any major tank force. 78% of Sherman crews survived knockouts, compared to just 42% for Tiger crews and 38% for T-34 crews. The Sherman was designed with crew survivability in mind. Multiple escape hatches, wet ammunition storage, and quick escape mechanisms that kept American tankers alive to fight again. Here's the statistic that destroys the Tiger myth completely. German Tiger companies averaged just 4 operational vehicles by late 1944, not because they were destroyed in glorious combat, but because they simply couldn't be kept running. A Wehrmacht maintenance report grimly noted, "Beautiful tanks sitting useless because we're missing a 10-pfennig gasket, while the enemy floods the battlefield with functional, if inferior, machines." The T-34's real advantage wasn't its sloped armor or potent gun, it was mechanical reliability. Soviet crews could perform most repairs in the field with basic tools. Tigers required specialized equipment and trained technicians. Shermans fell somewhere in between, but benefited from superior American logistics networks that could deliver spare parts anywhere within 48 hours. The final darkest truth about these legendary tank battles? The most successful tank killer wasn't a tank at all. Aircraft destroyed more armor than all tank versus tank combat combined. P-47 Thunderbolts alone claimed over 3,000 German tank kills. The legendary tank aces we celebrate were actually statistical anomalies in a war dominated by mud, mechanical failures, and dive bombers. A Soviet tank veteran summed up the reality perfectly. We didn't win because our tanks were better. We won because when our tank broke down, there was another one behind it. When the German tank broke down, there was a long wait for spare parts that never came. Modern armored warfare isn't about building the perfect tank. It's about building enough functional machines to overwhelm the enemy's ability to destroy them. The Tiger was a technological marvel that lost to mass production. The T-34 was a crude but reliable tool that succeeded through quantity. The Sherman was a balanced design that kept crews alive long enough to learn and fight effectively. The real winner wasn't superior engineering or battlefield tactics. It was the unglamorous mathematics of industrial capacity, mechanical reliability, and crew replacement rates. War isn't a duel between champions. It's a grinding contest of logistics, maintenance, and sustainable production.